Hi Virgo, it's your turn for the August 2019 Zodiac Oracle Blessings. I started with Leo this month because it's their birthday and we want to make sure they feel loved. But before we move into the reading, I just want to make sure that we connect first. So I'd like you to just take your hands together right against your sternum, your chest bone. Your elbows can be out to the side or down, nice and comfortable. Sit back into your skeleton a little bit. Feel your heart lift, your spine tall. And take a deep, deep breath in and out. And then I'd like you to imagine that you have your favorite color light coming down from the universe or wherever you'd like it to come from. But it's coming down and into your heart, your forehead, and the crown of your head. So your favorite color light can just be white light. So taking a deep breath in, imagining that breath coming down and into the body. Hold your breath and let that light spread throughout the entire shape of your body. And then exhale it out onto your fingertips, either out through the nose or mouth. Inhaling deeply. Hold. And then exhale. One more time like that. Good. We're going to rub our palms together and place them over your solar plexus, which is your belly, right around your navel and above. This is the location of your solar plexus, like I said, and your internal sunshine. And because Leo is a sign of self-inquiry, to say the least, and it is ruled by the sun, it is definitely a place where we want to have high self-esteem and a good sense of ourselves, a balanced sense of ourselves. So we're just going to put some extra positive energy onto the center. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. And just asking that Reiki, life force energy, the universe, your spirit guides, archangels, well ancestors, highest energy from all corners of the universe help to support you in feeling into your most authentic and highest purpose, so that you may shine in a way that brings more warmth and light into the lives of others. And then we'll take our hands back into a prayer, bring our attention back to the head. And I'd like you to imagine an energy above the crown of your head. And this is your higher self. So we had our internal self, our lower self, and now to the higher self, your higher power, your I am presence. I'd like you to give your I am presence permission to connect with my I am presence, my higher power, so that the messages that will best serve you on your path come forward, so that the understanding necessary comes forward. Let our energy be only connected during the time of this reading. And it's not our personal energy, but universal energy. And once this reading is over, we will no longer be connected. And to be clear, our personal energy is in no way intertwining during this reading or after. Only higher, universal life force energy, which is being filtered through me to you for the purpose of serving your highest good. Okay. Good. All right, Virgo, earth sign energy, not super compatible with Leo energy. Leos tend to not necessarily see their flaws so much. or at least they don't vocalize it. And Virgos are very observant of other people's flaws. So an arrogant Leo might be difficult for you to handle. But oftentimes, most of the Virgos that I know, maybe because of my own energy, tend to have either Leo rising or Leo moon, and it balances out the energy pretty well. Speaking of which, you got the moon, so it's kind of opposing the Leo energy. So the Leo is represented by the Sun and the Strength card in this deck, and the moon actually represents Piscean energy, so it's more dreamy, reflective energy. So maybe during this month, while everyone else is maybe focusing their energy outward and shining, you're going to benefit more from taking some time to look in. But also this could be a message to kind of let some of the darker thinking go, to get out of your head a little bit and to process some of your emotions. So sometimes if we're feeling a little emotionally unstable, it could be because we're not getting enough rest, we're not getting enough downtime. So just making sure that you're taking that downtime this month. All right, and we'll circle back around to make sure that all the messages come through. I just realized I'm doing these readings on the new moon, and I'm just feeling completely wiped out. I participated in a festival retreat this weekend, which was really lovely, called Anahata's Purpose, and I'm still a little sleepy from it. The next card from the chakra deck is the mysticism card. So yeah, I feel like you might need to you want to spend some time this month kind of going in and exploring some higher power energy, maybe setting some really deep intentions, hanging out with your more witchy friends or whatever it is. Maybe do some rituals this month. That's going to be super helpful to help you get into a deeper connection with yourself. So maybe you've been living more in the material world, you've been putting yourself out there a lot, so seeing if you can take a step back from that, Virgo, and just set some really deep intentions. If you have to be out with your community, seeing if you can bring it back into a more spiritual practice. Maybe you can get everyone to set intentions with you or whatever. I can think of a few Virgos right now that would be in a situation where that could be possible, where they could kind of mix some of their work with their spiritual practice. Okay, from the Sacred Rebels deck, we have and so you might hear some sounds from my home, and I have no control over that, but if you do, I hope that it makes you smile. Okay, so from the Sacred Rebels deck, let's see. After the storm. Awesome. Okay, so it seems like you have some stuff to process. Maybe July wasn't an ideal month for you, and now you need to take some time to process some of the emotions that came up, and maybe do some rituals or work to energetically release them so that you can live in the energy of the storm already passing, and wisdom, the wisdom that you learn from that, but still really honoring the cycles of life. The moon is a blessing of the cyclical nature of life, to not get stuck in the moment, because everything has its season, has its moment. And the message from the Leo reading also mentioned this, but just because things are good right now doesn't mean that they're not going to be amazing soon. And just because they're amazing in this moment doesn't mean that they're not going to circle around to being difficult again. So the message really is to be present and to call in the present moment through ritual, through mysticism, so that you can really appreciate it and not get too caught up in the daily material world. Virgos, you can have a way of just like being task oriented. So this is kind of adding to your task something that is a little bit more spiritual, so that you can help yourself process. The reason why we have mysticism and rituals and stuff like that is so that we have ways to really feel into the experience of being alive, so that we can process them, so we can vocalize and let them go, so that we can have community surround us as we release this negative thing in a fire with our community. It's very, very healing and very, very sweet. It doesn't really even need to, the magic doesn't need to take place for it to be healing and sweet. It's just a cathartic experience. So if you want to call it magic, go ahead and do that. That makes it more fun for sure. But you don't need the magic for it to be practical to have these kind of rituals. And I know you like practicality, Virgo, so, and earth signs in general. I drive earth signs crazy. I'm Taurus rising, so I have earth sign energy, and Virgo Venus. So I'm going to have to pay attention to this reading a little bit. These readings are for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, if I didn't mention that at the beginning. Okay. All right. Hearth and home. Hestia. So your goddess card is, again, just really kind of grounding energy. So I think you're just really coming back to yourself and creating a home in yourself. It seems like she's doing a fire ritual right in her hand. So maybe this ritual, I know I had mentioned if you can incorporate it with your work, if you don't have any options, go ahead and do that. But it seems like this work needs to happen on your own. Some sort of fire ritual to release whatever came up for you leading up to this month, so that you can start to shine again, so that you can start to put yourself out there. But really, it seems that the place that you're meant to shine right now is in the home, that your confidence needs to come from getting everything in your home oriented, maybe doing some Marie Kondo or feng shui in your home, setting up crystal grids to get things flowing more freely, so that you feel good in your second temple, right? We have our physical body, and then our home is an extension of ourselves. So if the home doesn't feel good, that can really create a lot of problems in other areas of our lives. And this could actually be that mystical ritual where you just like really organize your stuff and know where it is, and maybe redecorate a little bit, or reorganize your furniture, or resituate your belongings. And in that process, getting rid of some stuff can be, each thing could symbolize something or someone, so that you can really let yourself release and process. We don't want to get too stuck in the darkness. So Virgo energy can sometimes really nitpick about what's not perfect, and your invitation is to see that as like a mystical invitation, like I said, into seeing the ability to not focus so much on the physical reality, and instead allow yourself to see it as a process, as a cyclical process. So this is where it is right now. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to do what I can to release it. I'm going to allow myself to move forward, and seeing like these moments where you really want to nitpick about things as a storm that's coming up, as a weather in your mind, and then seeing what you can do to release the need to nitpick, to notice what's wrong, and let it pass. And then once it passes, seeing where you are then, like giving yourself examples as to like, actually everything's going to be okay if I don't make the whole world work. Let's see what I can control, because I'm not here to change other people. I'm here to develop myself in my own journey, and not so much focus on what other people should be doing differently. So the home can also just be your body. So focusing a lot of your outward projections of what needs to change and be perfected onto your own more mystical, deeper journey, if that makes any sense. So maybe meditation, cleaning up your space, having a more spiritual diet, whatever comes forward for you. I know that you will do the best job at it as you can, Virgo, but really I think the message is some real processing and sweetness for yourself. Take some time for yourself, even if you have a lot of work to do. I know that you fill your plate with lots and lots of stuff, but schedule a few days where you can just be alone with yourself in mystical practice or whatever you want to call it. All right, take care. Have the happiest month. Take care of yourself and allow your mind to be at ease. You work so hard. You do such a good job, Virgo. You really do. So just chill. Just give yourself a break. Let yourself process. Yeah? Thank you. Thanks for all of us.